Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel as we continue talking about 1980s horror films and the year 1980. We're wrapping up 1980. There are some other films that we did not get to, some films that I just could not find, guys. But we might revisit, depending on how much time we have at the end of the year, we might go back and revisit the year once again and maybe find some more of those obscure titles. But today we are talking about Beyond Evil. Now, this stars Linda Day George as well as John Saxon. John Saxon, I've become a big fan of this guy. This guy is just, it's crazy. Nightmare on Elm Street, Cannibal Apocalypse, and the list just goes on and on and on. Enter the Dragon. I mean, come on, guys. The guy is just phenomenal. But this film, I was a little hesitant, and I'll tell you why. Because when I started this film off, now I was able to find this. I want to say I found this on, I believe it was Amazon Prime. It was on Prime, and it had the Troma logo. Now I know there's a lot of Troma fans out there, but I gotta say, guys, I'm not the biggest Troma fan. I'm honestly not, and that kind of was like, okay, what am I gonna get into with this film? But that was before that I knew John Saxon was involved. And once I saw him, I was like, okay, there's still potential for this film. It's definitely not that cheesy kind of trauma factor that we get, later on, in the 80s. But this one it's interesting. It has like it's a haunted house type movie with some like satanic rituals that are going on, and it takes place like on an island. I believe it's supposed to be like Hawaii. And right at the beginning, you have this man and this woman. They're kind of they're having like this like little celebration. I don't know if they're getting married or what, but there's like this little celebration, and they go off by themselves, and they come across the woman comes across. She sees this house, beautiful big house, like almost like a beachfront house. It's big, and a pillar falls on her and breaks her arm. And that's where we meet for the first time, like the local healing man. This guy, he's a faith healer, and we'll come to see him later on in the film. Now, fast forward a little bit, we have John Saxon along with Linda Day George. They are husband and wife. They are on the island. A friend of theirs who I believe was in a relationship with Linda Day George's character, he has promised them, hey, you come to the island here. I got an apartment all set up for you. It's almost ready to go. I'm going to set you up in this hotel until it's ready. You can see that she does not trust this guy. He's like best friend, and he's like best friends with John Saxon's character, which is interesting because he was involved with her, but he's best friends with John Saxon. Interesting, but nonetheless, they want going out to dinner, and he says, "You know what, guys? I kind of lied to you. There was no apartment. I actually got you a house." And once you know what the house is, this creepy, huge mansion type place that you find out that when they get there, that the former resident, her and her husband, she basically murdered her husband, and she was like a witch. She was into witchcraft and doing some like satanic rituals. So yeah, her spirit still lives in that house, and she is looking for a new host, a new body to consume. And that's kind of like the premise for this film. Linda Day George, her character, she is so, slowly possessed by this woman, by this spirit. And it's up to John Saxon, as only John Saxon can do, to save his wife with along, and maybe recruit the help of this local faith healer along the way. But guys, it's not a lot. There's not a lot of gore. There's a few kills. There's nothing too crazy. There are some, like I said, that one accident with the woman at the beginning, her arm just gets broken. There's really like not a lot of blood in this film. There's a couple little shots here and there, but nothing crazy. It's pretty low key for the most part. But you know what? I think it was fun. I did have some fun with this one. I wasn't too sure at the beginning, but it grew on me as the film went on. About an hour and 36 minutes. There is a Blu-ray put out by Vinegar Syndrome. I did check that out last night to see. And it does look like, there's an exclusive slip for it. That's long gone from Vinegar. And they only have like 200 copies left that they have from their site. So you might want to pick that one up, guys. If you know the film I'm talking about, if you want to go check it out on Amazon Prime and you like it, you might want to pick it up when you can. But yeah, Beyond Evil was a pleasant surprise. Not too bad. And, maybe we're going to wrap up this week talking about 1980 and have some gems along the way. Because this one definitely, definitely it was. It was a surprise. And I enjoyed it. This is one that I think I'm definitely going to have to add to the collection and track it down and get it from Vinegar. Or, if I want to get the one with the slip, maybe have to go, to maybe like eBay or something, check it out. But this is one I definitely want to add to the old collection. I enjoyed it that much. And again, you can't go wrong with John Saxon, guys. You just can't. So, guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.